Hiya, how are ya? Good morning, good morning. Hi from Melbourne, Australia. It's actually sun's starting to come up a bit more now. Earlier in the morning, the birds are at it and we're at it. I know as the rest of like America are going into winter and we're going into summer. It's so exciting. It's been so cold and wet and just nice to get out in the sun and walk instead of being in a jacket with the dogs and the hats and the gloves, and so it's really good. Now, September the 3rd, today, this is the day that the catalogue opens. So yesterday I went sneaky, I went, ooh, look like that. So there is a lot in it. I'm not going to go over it a lot. I am going to show you some cards I've made later in the video maybe when I finish. Oh, maybe I won't. So you can go on my site, NetteFalconer.stampinup.net, and have a look on the shop. If you do shop, I'll send you some kits to make. I love this. I've got that paper. So I didn't buy these, but I'm starting to glow. They look a bit better than I thought. I don't do scrapbook pages, but as you know, I've done two with this week called Jolly Delivery. I did this one, and then last night, just because the other grandchild would get annoyed, I did this one. So I said it's like the cat and the fiddle went up and the cow jumped over the moon, but I think the cat jumped over the moon and the bear ran away with the presents. So I thought that was quite cute. So I've done that one. Okay, so with Peace With You, I did this one, and it's also in my Classy Creative Lives, and that opens out like this. Isn't that cute? So I've done that one, and today I'm not doing one out of the new magazine, but there's the Light and Wonder. I brought this paper. I can't wait. This one here. I'm going to do my next one out of that. And see, I've got some of that, the foil, metallics, and of course I bought that one. I'm big into buying a lot of the DSPs first, and then I decide whether I need too many of the stamps, because sometimes you can use the same ones over. Some of them have got really good groups. Problem is, if I buy that, my class don't have little kids, so they're not going to make it, and there's no grandparents in it, so there's a great aunt and aunties in that, but all their kids are older too. So anyway, you can look at that magazine online, of course, under Nette Falconer. Look, they've got some really nice rings and some strings and lots of DSP. So alright, let's get on with today's card, and hello and welcome to my class. So Easy Peasy Technic 18 it's a stamp that's on Last Chance, which is this one with the die set as well. It's a lovely stamp set. I like it. I've used it a lot. So I'm going to do that, but what I've done is the black ice technique. It was shown by a demonstrator called TX Sharon Armstrong back in 2018, and I'll tell you what, I love her. She's so funny, and she laughs. Her laugh's better than mine. So I've done it in here, but what made me go to it was, this is the stamp set I bought when I joined Stampin' Up 4 years ago, and I won't let it go. So every year I make my ladies in my class a card using it. So I'm not selling product because it's retired. So I like to do things because I do. That's just my thing. I love it. So I did it for them, and then I thought, well, when I saw that this was on Last Chance, I'm like, oh my God, I have to do it in that as well. So on Last Chance, I try and show you ones that give you more discount than you think. So the bundle, which is the stamps and the dies, are $91.76. But separately, if you buy the stamps, the $20.50 and the dies are $61. So even a total 60 is only $81.50, not $91.70. So honestly, it's still another $10 off, and I think it's a bargain. Anyway, let's get going with this. So I have used Shimmer Specialty. Now, that's out of date, but you'll have some in your stock, I know. One of the biggest things I have is we buy so much and we need to use it. We need to really use it. So let's get on with that. Now, I'm just going to quickly put my Facebook on, because if I don't know if people massage, I could do with a massage, and I'm on live now, and I'm just going to turn that down, and oh, where did I go? I went back out. Sorry guys, give me a minute. So hello to everyone on Facebook. Could you just say hello so I can see you're there? I know I got a couple of views. I don't know if that means you're sticking around. Feeling very sad and lonely. I need some chatters, because you know I love to chat, and I don't have all the chat to give you, sorry. I'm trying to put my instructions to my left so I can see them and make sure I've got everything right. Okay, so let's get on to this card. So I've made it in, as I said, the cabin, but today we're just going to do it with this one. And I'm actually going to switch back to the blacker colour. The gold's nice, but I like it in the black. What do you reckon? One or two? One or two? Come on, 50,000 people. One of you can say one or two. Alright. 25,000 said one. Don't you like those odds? Oh, I'm going to have to shift these cards I showed you over to the other side out of my road. You can see my room's a bit messy at the moment. See this way, my mannequin there. I'm ready to make a shirt this week. So I have got in my little box of goodies, I've got my original written out instructions, my spotlight on that is Spotlight of Nature. There's the numbers to get it. You might have to really zoom in or just take a little photo, but you can go to my website and you'll see them in there. But make sure, don't buy a bundle unless you've checked out. So, do we want it in the light or the dark? Anybody commented yet? Oh no, all 45 are done. Okay, so I'll stamp it on both and we'll have another look, because we could have another card. So we've just got a normal 8 and a quarter scored at 4 1/8. My fantastic way, having to use my expensive tools, my fingers. So that's out of the road. We have got an envelope. We'll pop that over there because we'll keep that for stamping. Always cut your white cardstock for your top mats and your inside mat and have them in a pile ready, because it always makes it much easier. I keep my little box fill over there. And I've got some cardstock to stamp. I've got some bling. So what we might do, I'll have to go and get a bit more of that fuzzy if we're going to make 2 cards, won't I? And we'll stamp them both on either and we'll decide which one you like. I can always make another one later. So I've got some silver and black stuff. I can't remember where that, I don't even know if that's stamping out. Shh. I'll just cut now. So that piece is, what is it? Black gold foil 3 by 4 1/4. So 3 by 4 1/4. And I'll do the same in the metallic gold. 3 by 4 1/4. Alright, so we'll do it on both of them. Okay, so here's my big, look at the size of that. So, I need to pull out. I don't think you can get these anymore. I think you have to just buy your stamp sets separate. But I luckily bought this before it went out. And it keeps, oh, gee, that took a bit of muscle. So it keeps the big one in there. I've got a few big ones. I bought an extra massive one, but I don't really need it. Alright, so now, warning. What we're going to stamp with is the Stazon. Stazon is black. It stays on. So Memento, you can clean it with just your, with this. But with Stazon, you need to have this in your stash. And it is called Stazon Stazon Cleaner. I was going to speak another language then. So remember, when you use this, it is harder to take off. So what we're going to do is we'll put this on here. Right. And we're just going to Stazon as not just a light one that we would normally do, and as what did she say, Sharon Armstrong, she said thick, heavy. Alright, lots of black. Okay, so we're going to, now I'm going to make it like this. I'm just going to put that down for a minute. Now I've got one of these things, it looks like what you put on the end of your seats just so they don't move. And I'm just going to give it a good, okay. Oh, look at that. And I'm going to do up the other one in the silver one. See which one you want on. Okay. Now remember, Stazon, you must be careful. It doesn't come off with normal washing. Okay. So now that we've done that, I'm going to make a bit of noise. You're not partying yet, that's Saturday. So we're going to just dry it off. Now, not blow it off. Okay. Now this is one you will use tear and tape to put on because you glue it. See how it buckles? If I turn it over, I can turn it back. But we've got a bit more work to do. So this is what Stazon does. Okay. Just, oops, I put too much. Sorry, folks. I'll just clean that off. Okay, just, okay, give it a sec. Look at that, it comes off, but remember we used a lot, so it will take a bit more cleaning. Okay, so we might need a second lot. So this is what I'm saying, you must get your Stazon Clean off them. I don't know if anyone's on. Can you tell me if you think there's anything else you can do apart from this? Because I don't know, I've only seen this way if people don't want to buy it. I mean, it's only like $11, I think. Stazon, I think it's about $11. Okay, now I am just going to get a wet wipe and clean my hands because they're all sticky from that. I'll give that a clean up again because I don't want any mess from that. I'm just going to put a little bit of Stazon on that with a little bit of blackers and leave it for a second and come back to it. Get my trusty. How many colours from Stampin' Up do you think I've got there? Oh my God. Right. Oh, still not done. Just get that out. So now we go back to this. Now, the deal that Sharon used is get a piece of scrap paper. Okay. And we will just put a bit of sellotape on the back. And put that down there. And the same to the other one. See, you look at things that demonstrators do and you think, I can't do that, but honestly, I am a learner from beginning to go. Like, that's the only way I learned how to do it, was watch other people, and then I started doing it myself. So now comes the bit you might be a bit scared of. So this is when you get your Stazon and you start above and you just run it down, okay? And we don't want too much. See, I've got a bigger mark there. And I'll do it on that side as well. And that sort of went quite mucky in there. Let's see if I can lift a bit of that off. Yeah. Just don't want it to be too mucky. So you see how it's, I wonder if I just take, yeah. And that settles, that doesn't move now. Okay. Right, so from there, put away your Stazon, and so you don't do anything with it later. Pick it up by accident for your memento. Right, now that's done, we're going to blow dry it again. Okay, and now we're going to use our embossing, our Versamark, another black topped container, so when I tell you to put it away. And I'm just going to run a bit of this over to make sure there's nothing to stop it sticking. Run my Versamark over it now. You can just stamp it over really. Okay, put that away, of course, you know my rules. And we're going to use the Woe, which is in the catalogue. So now what I might do before I do that is actually take that off. Okay. Whoop, sticking to my fingers. Anyone's annoying. Right, so I'm just going to put this in here. I'll use the whole bottle of it. And then I'm going to tip it up onto this guy. Now it's all covered but that little bit there on the corner, so I'll give it another drop. And I don't think the Stazon must have got, I mean the, getting a call, I'll get that later. Okay, so we go over that one. I'll put them on there. And so I don't have to deal with this now. Put it out where I can't knock it over. Right, back with our tool. And watch the magic. This is what they mean by black ice. Isn't that cool? Yeah. I'll turn them over. And just flatten them down a bit. No, it's not going to, so that's alright. I'm going to, I told you what we're going to do. Oh, I lost a bit there, I think. Might put a little bit more Versamark there and redo that little bit. Because I think when I turned it over, I might have lost a bit. So let's just do that again. It's good to see other people making mistakes, isn't it? I say it's part of my life. That's better. So obviously it gets a bit soft, so I will put those things in later. Just get another road for me. Okay, so if we were, what would you like to use, ladies? Would you like me to do this card with the black one or the gold one? Give me a answer. How many? We've got Facebook and YouTube. Come on, someone give me a tick. 1 or 2? I know you're watching. I can see you up there. Just give me put number 1 or 2. I'll show you what it'll look like. So 1 with that, which is like this one that I've already made. Or do you want to do 2 to have this one, what I've made in this one? Okay, 2. Everyone wants 2. Alright, let's do 2. So as I said, we're going to, so this is the shimmer. So you must have different colours in shimmer. You just use it and then change your cardstock if you want to do it a different colour. So the shimmer is 3.5 by 4 3/4. Alright, make sure we got the card. The other day I did a card and I put the inside mat. What a goose I was. I put the inside mat upside down. I wasn't watching. I went the other way. So I had a bit of glue go there. I don't know why. I've seen some people, they start doing it like this. And for some reason I must have turned the card that way and I put it in here. And then when I went to put this thing on, I thought, oh my goodness. But you've got 2-second rule. You can lick your fingers. And I'm just getting a thing of tear and tape. And I'm actually going to put a few pieces on this because of the plastic and it's been heated. The metallics, it might lift a bit. So. Now, if anyone's got an idea of what they want me to make next time out of the new catalogue, if I've got it, I will. As I said, I spent a lot of money and I still didn't get a lot of things. I have to spend hundreds. I don't have hundreds. So, yeah, I'm only a small demonstrator in Melbourne, so I'd really love it if you subscribe because I don't have as many as I need to go a bit further, but I do love doing this. I've got 5 kids and I've got 2 still at home. They're twins, 17 in January, and yeah, so I do this, keep me busy now because of all those years that you were on the floor with them and doing everything. Now at this age they need dads. They need dads to do the stuff and mums get to do a bit of their own stuff. So I've been pulled out my sewing machine. What do you reckon about that, guys? And don't think you have much wiggle room in that, so that's it. I'll just throw that away because it's got all the stuff in it. Now I made a tag like that, but you could I'm just trying to think what else you could do in the tags. So this one's got dear friend, and here it is. Now what did I put on the inside? Ah, look, with my I had a pad here. Where did I put it? Oh, there it is. Alright, so I've got a card mat. And I've got some stamps. Now I'm debating, should I not do a little black thing across there? Or stick with that? What do you reckon on that one? Anyone got one? Hi Jeanette, how are you? Oh, good morning, you must be from Australia or New Zealand. Alright, so now, did you see the first card, Jeanette? That's what I was doing for my class out of a set that I had that is now well and truly retired, and this set is going out. And I'm just saying, our last chance, the bundle's dearer than buying it individually. The bundle's $91.75, and to buy it individually it's $81.50. So I think that's a really, really good bargain. So are you from Australia? Alright, so on that one, let me see what I did. Yeah, I've just put, but I'm actually going to do it from this side. I normally do it on this side. I don't know why I did it on that side. I must have had a conniption. And that, I'll just leave it there for a minute and clean it in a minute. And I did put butterfly. Because I didn't do any butterflies on the outside, it was too small. So I did do a butterfly on that side. But you know what? I did do one up there. I know your postmark goes there, but it doesn't. It's probably a giving one that you give to someone. And I'll just pop one on the back. And so you've got somewhere to write. I'll just put that one up there on the inside. Okay, let's get that in. I'm from New South Wales. That's all right. The instructions are on the front of the introduction on the Facebook. So have you subscribed? I hope so. Because I need all the ones I can get. Where's the new one there? So I've done this one in black. Originally I'd done it in gold, but I'd done this for my class because it's my card when I started. So I love this black and white, but with the it's called Petunia Pop on top. It just, look at it, it makes it really pop out. So now I reckon I'm just going to do that with a bit of silver on there instead of that. So I'm going to even make that one different. How's that? Okay, so since we've already had the embossing out, I will do another one. Take that off there. Got to clean all those in a minute. Did you have a look? The catalogue's out today for Stamping Up, the new Christmas catalogue. And at the beginning I showed a few pictures of what I've done with the new catalogue. So it's worth having a look. If you go onto annettefalconer.stampingup.net, you can have a look at the calendar in there. So I am going to now grab another one of my trays and some silver. I got two of these. I'm not silly. Alright. And if you can see, where's my smallest brush I've got here. If you can see there, I rocked. See how I've got that? So when I was stamping, I must have pushed over a bit. So just to show you what to do to get rid of that, get a tiny little brush and just go in and do this. Not so easy when you're stamping. Remember, with these ergonomic stamps, they're really thick. like I've got here a generic that I got somewhere once before, but look at the difference in the size. So these ones you get your fingers on the thing, it's a bit harder. These ones you can hold here. Now I did naughty, I just went like that. I didn't. So, right, let's put that over here as well. I'll fix that up later. Alright, I'm just going to dry that off. I think I'm all the black, but I like this too. I like this. And I'm going to put it on dimensionals because I can. And we might make a tag of it as well. So just take a diamond out of each side and you have a tail if your diamond comes out. Dear friend, isn't that lovely? Okay. So you have to put 3 on something as long as this because otherwise it'll sink in the middle of your card. And I'm not going to add ribbon or anything like that. I don't think it needs it. It's delicate enough. And I'm going to go right to the edge of that. What do you reckon about that? Cool? Alright, so, and then the last thing I need to do is some bling and then get back and fix up my Stazon. And I've just got some, I don't think that, yes they are current, because they've got Pretty in Pink, what's that one? I don't know where the packet is, but I know that that's Pretty Peacock and something else. So I don't want Pretty Peacock. I put pink on there, but I don't know if I want pink on here. I want something deeper. I'm going to take these ones. Tell me if you like it. What do you reckon? This? I think it's deep and it goes, it muddies it, doesn't it? Okay, so I'll just get a smaller one. I think I put the other one too high. I'm going to do a nice big one up the top here. Alright, I'm done. So there you go. How easy are they? Instructions, again, instructions are on the start of my blurb. When I say what I'm making, it also gives you the instructions. So have a good day, everybody, and we'll see you next Tuesday night. At 8 o'clock because my husband takes my boy to jiu-jitsu, so I'm off the hook. And I hope you enjoyed doing that. That was fun. Where's my thing to say goodbye? Thanks a lot, and don't forget to check out the new catalogue. I said I would show a few of these things after. So there's new Early Espresso and Old Olive ribbon. And I think that goes with that suite. And these rings, large hoops. So if I go to, where's the catalogue gone? Whoop. Ah, I'm so clever. So if I go to, I can show you a couple of the suites. Designer series paper. Autumn Lights, Northern's 20. Let's have a look. So let's just have a look what I've got that I can show you. I don't do those things, but that one I was showing the girls yesterday at class. That one actually is a good one for kids. Joyful Day. It's got 52 double-sided cards, so you're getting the card front, it's a proper card, not just a card front, and then you get all these things that the kids can glue on, but there's no stamping in it, so you'd have to buy that yourself, but it's only $20.25. I think that's great for kids to get them to make their cards, because for 54 double-sided cards, that's like 10 cents or 12 cents a card, so you can't go wrong. And if you want to have white, you could cut them. If you've got other colours, cut the card in half and make 2 cards. So you could double your card pack, and that's just leftover cardstock to make the tags with your stamping. So I think that to me is a bargain. Joyful days, memories and more. That's more paper. I did get this one because a friend of mine has a church and she sells some cards for me. I got that paper. What's that called? Traditional sparkling sequins. Did I get those? I don't think so. Traditions of Christmas Special. Okay. What did I get? A Peaceful Garden. That's the other one. I'll wait a sec for that. Elegant Pine Snowflakes. So that's a different one. That's not it. Anyway, I've got the red one somewhere. Here it is here. So this is the Traditional of Garden. This is so amazing. I absolutely love this one. That's not as exciting, but for the kids' cards it is. But look at this. Wait for it. Bang, bang. Look at that. Look at those poinsettias. I can't wait to cut them out. Oh my God, look at this. Look at that. That is stunning. Why would you put anything else on it? Look at it. Oh my God, that would be the only card I want to do drop and plop. When I say drop and plops, put one piece down and just a greeting. That is stunning. No, not me. But then other people, they'll look at that though. Look. Look at that. That's not me on that side. The other side I will. That's okay. But look at that. And that should be in cloud cover. Oh, it's on the bag. What's the colours? Cherry Cobbler, Old Olive, Pool Party, Real Red, and Secret Sea. I knew that was. Look at that. My God, that's going to be beautiful. It looks grey, but it's darker. It's not black, but it's dark. I love Secret Sea. And that's another one the same, is it? But it's got green on the back. No, this one's got green on the back. That's more flowers. It's got some, you can cut those posies out, I think, if you get the stamp set that go with it. And that's more, no, I'd use that. You can tell I'm a black girl. I'm not a pink. So that's that one. Look, that's all out of those. That's cutting the paper out. So you've seen that. I did these 2 cards with it. So this is the Jolly Delivery. That I did last night and that I did last week. Just for the kids. I've got little grandies as well. So I think that's cool. I bought the DSP and I actually did, but I didn't buy the... Did I buy that? I did, but I haven't made that. I don't know what it is. It's a box. It's a little box over there. See the box? But I don't think I'll use it. So, and then there's the Peaceful Garden, which is that one. And that's my Peaceful Garden card. It comes out. And you'll find that on my DSP. So that's really cool. It's got all these things under here. But my page has fallen out, so I'll bring them up so you can see. So I brought that, actually, I brought that whole suite. I didn't get that. I got that, but I don't know where I put it. I might have put it away already. And then that's that one. And that's, that goes, you can buy that Peaceful Days, but I didn't want that. And Squirrels, not in Australia. But so, there's some good stuff. You can go on and have a look. You don't have to pay, you don't have to join to have a look. You just click on my name and go and have a look. Isn't that nice? So that's it. That's my next things. I have to work out what I'm going to do with those gold rings. Except make myself a new bracelet. No. Alright, sorry to hold you on, but I put that at the end so that if anyone stayed around, they could have a look. So have a great day. I hope the days do get much warmer for you. Bye.